everyone. Welcome to Talkies, the Anjana Kumar show, and I'm Anjana Kumar. Well, let's start by talking about wellness and why wellness is really so important for children who are the adults of tomorrow. Uh, the, I personally believe that the earlier we start with teaching kids wellness, the better it is for them to grow up to be complete individuals. And to talk more about this, we have a very special guest. Her name is Estelle McCluskey. She is the founder of Yoga Bear. What is Yoga Bear? Yoga Bear is a yoga program designed for children between 2 and 11 years of age. She also has programs for babies. And these yoga bears are actually tools for children to adopt to yoga as they associate themselves with these colorful bears. To talk more on that, let me hand over the mic to Estelle. Estelle, thank you so much for coming.
No, the pleasure is all mine. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. I hope I did justice to the introduction.
Oh, you really did. You really did. And the yoga bears reflect the superpowers that we all have within.
Yeah.
And the earlier we understand that, from childhood and beyond,
Yeah.
These chakra superpowers don't stop at childhood.
Yes.
We still have them now. They're still vibrating high.
Yes.
And I believe it's one of the reasons you and I have been brought together.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. In fact, I have to say this to our listeners and viewers. The first time I met you, there was an instant attraction. There was obviously the concept of yoga bears, which I'd never heard before. And there was you, that lovely person, emanating all that energy and vibes. So I think this is it, right? This is what we do in alternative healing, or, imparting something beautiful for children. So please tell me about this concept. How did it come about?
It came about really organically. I've worked with children since I was 18. I just love children. That's always, been my thing. I'm a mummy of 3. I just love being a mum. I love being around children. And when I was pregnant with my eldest son, which is nearly 16, well, it is 16 years ago now. When I was pregnant, I wanted to incorporate my love for yoga and my love for children. And it was a way that I could incorporate my work with my children. So the word yoga bears was downloaded to me. So straight away, I knew what my concept of children's yoga was going to be. And this was before I'd even done an official yoga teacher training. I ended up on a journey with my husband of opening up a wellness studio in Liverpool.
Wow.
And very quickly, because we had a Bikram style studio to begin with, we had a hot room and it was very busy.
Yeah.
So I was able to use the other room that we had and teach children's yoga.
Wow.
So people would come in with their children, they would do Bikram yoga, I would do children's yoga. And that's how it evolved. And to be completely honest, initially it was yoga bears. It wasn't the teddy bears. It wasn't the chakras. This has all come apart as part of the journey when I've been downloaded at different times. The chakras, when I first heard it, I was just like, this is something that I already know. I felt like this had been passed on from many, many lifetimes. And I felt like this was part of my purpose in the world, to share the magic of the chakras. And then the teddy bears came, and then it's all just evolved. And now there's such amazing assets to the yoga, not just to the yoga on the mat, but for children to have a tangible something that they can take with them wherever they go to remind themselves of their superpower. For instance, you have Hatha.
Yes.
I know you have a very special bond with Hatha.
Exactly.
She represents our Anahata chakra.
Right.
So that's, love for ourselves. If we have enough love and compassion for ourselves, then we will always have love and compassion for others, regardless of what their roles are in our life. We will send them love. And that's as a mom, that's something I use a lot with my children, as I say, send them love. That's the greatest gift that we can give anyone.
Absolutely.
And Anahata is just that.
Yeah.
That's that's the pure
Yeah.
optimum of
Yeah.
love. So you've got Anna Hatter there.
Yes.
So her name is actually Hatter for short. So
Okay.
each of the yoga bears
Yeah.
has their traditional Sanskrit name within. So I've
Okay.
used obviously a little bit of slang.
Yeah.
So it's Hatter.
Right.
I actually haven't got all 7 bears with
Yeah.
me today because my
That's
transition
okay.
from Spain to here is
Okay.
I'm still transitioning.
Okay.
So we are
Yeah.
due a delivery very soon of all the
Okay.
bears,
Right.
which is super exciting.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
do have
Yeah.
Sid here. So this is our Visuddha chakra, which
Yes.
is our throat chakra.
Okay.
So, their name is Sid, and
Mm.
their superpower is helping children to understand just be you. You don't
Yes.
have to be anybody else. And in
Yes.
this age of social media, when children are thinking that they have to be somebody else, we take it back, we strip it back, and on the yoga mat, we remind children of the magic that they
Yes.
have within for them to be their true, authentic selves.
Right.
You are amazing. I am amazing.
Yeah.
You're amazing at being you, and I'm amazing at being me.
Exactly.
And that is our ultimate superpowers. When we truly realize that,
Yes.
there's nobody in this world who can be you.
Absolutely.
And Sid displays that magnificently.
Yeah.
And then of course we have Ajna here as well,
Uh-huh.
and she is the superpower queen of dreams. I know that
really?
we spoke briefly before. Like,
Yes.
it is my belief
Yeah.
that we should never say to children,
Yeah.
that is not possible.
Mm.
Like, I don't think that we should look at all of the technological breakthroughs, everything that's happened in this world over the past 30 years.
Yeah.
I'm sure 30 years ago, people said to somebody, that's not possible.
Yes.
So I think we need to have to be really, really careful
Yes.
about how our language can affect the future, because I truly
Sure.
believe what we speak becomes our reality.
Absolutely.
And we certainly don't have that right to do that to a child.
Yes.
So that's where I just feel like, for me, yoga bears, it is a physical yoga practice, but it's a way of life. It just helps children just to become the best version of themselves.
Wow, so beautiful. So basically the yoga bears concept started with you. I mean, you
Yeah.
came up with this ideas just suddenly when you were pregnant with your first child. Amazing. And it's also such a beautiful way, right, to introduce yoga to children through bears, because kids always love soft toys, and they love bears. Teddy bears are like, a must have. Like
I
in
still
any
have mine, like
Yeah.
a 40-year-old teddy bear I have with me now. It's come from the UK to Spain to Dubai,
Wow.
like everywhere.
Right.
But I believe, and this is a lot of holistic therapies, I've helped people realize this now.
Yeah.
When you have a happy memory,
Yeah.
if you can take something away from that happy memory, whether it be a smell, whether it be a teddy bear, whether it be a food that you've eaten,
Yes.
you can relive that memory.
Yes.
Because the senses remember. So
course.
even if you're in
Yes.
a situation that can be challenging, if you've got something with you, like a yoga bear, which reminds you of that happy time, then that helps you to feel more safe, more secure.
Yes.
And then you can start to change the vibration
Yes.
to attract things that can help you assist the challenging situation or move away from it.
Right. Could you run us through a typical session? Like, how long does it start?
Yeah, well, we have lots of different style sessions. So we also do baby yoga. So baby yoga was something that I added 4 years ago when I had my third child.
Okay.
So I've already a trained yoga baby yoga teacher.
Right.
And then I wanted to put my methodology around it with the chakras,
Right.
and how I was feeling as a mum and how the chakras empowered me as a new mum. Third time around, I had a 10-year gap.
Yeah.
So a lot of it was very new all over again.
of course.
But the knowledge that I had 10 years on was immense, and it helped me, and I enjoyed being a mum so much more because I didn't worry so much. And I do believe it was because of the alignment that I had through my chakras. So I wanted to be able to offer that to babies and mums. So it's a program for babies and mums to understand the chakras, for mums to take a little meditation, whilst they're, cuddling the baby, while they're breastfeeding, so it's very much about empowering and educating. teaching the baby yoga part of
Sure.
yoga bears.
Sure.
Then we go to toddlerhood. So we have various classes. So we have lots of like stay and play style classes where we
Okay.
have sensory development.
Oh,
And so,
lovely.
but again, the mums can stay and they'll be around the child, connect with other mums. You know, they can do, you know, some of the baby yoga poses, toddler yoga poses, like in the trays with all the sand in, you know,
Yeah.
just like messy play, helping them to really tune and
Nice.
hone the senses.
Course.
And then we have the foundation class, which is, I always say, this is how we started,
Yeah.
which is how I started in Liverpool,
Right.
which is anything between a 45-minute to a 90-minute class
Right.
of preschool, school age children.
Okay.
And if it was a 45-minute class, it will be predominantly yoga on the mats. We would do our A to Zs of yoga, which is our very own Yoga Bears poses. So we have lots of poses which are around the chakras. We have superhero poses. We have lots of inspired poses from children as well. Like we encourage children to create their own yoga poses.
Nice.
So that, you know, in itself is really helping with our Swadhisthana chakra, which is our creativity.
Beautiful.
And so that would be a 45-minute session. If it's any longer than that, we would add like creative activities. We would add mood boards. You
Right.
can make wish jars. We always have meditation at the end. And the funny thing
Lovely.
is that mums especially will always say, my child won't sit still, like my child.
Yeah.
And they will be shocked at the end
Wow.
when they see we create the comfy space with all blankets and bears, and they love it. And after doing just one yoga bear session,
Yeah.
they're like, when's the meditation? When's the end coming? And they love, we always do like a Anjana third eye meditation and head massage. You know, so it really just helps
It's
children to zen
beautiful.
out.
Yeah. So, do you have classes ongoing now?
Yeah, so obviously I'm new to Dubai, and
Right.
I've been in touch with a few schools.
Yeah.
So we are going to be in schools. I'm just under the process of organising that. So come September,
Right.
we will. But any schools that want to get in touch and want to offer the school program,
Yes.
something that is very unique to me is because of my life. I'm been teaching yoga now for 15 years. So I'm actually fully accredited by the Yoga Alliance professionals.
Okay.
So I run a 200-hour Yoga Bears children's yoga course. So you can
Wow.
actually train with me in my method, which is everything that I've just described.
Wow.
And then you are fully accredited to teach in schools.
That's
I also
beautiful.
do
Yeah.
stay and plays. So
Okay.
that's something I really want to start here
Yeah.
in Dubai. So I'm just speaking with a yoga space now.
Right.
So hopefully by the time this podcast goes live, I'll be able to give you all this information.
That's beautiful.
And we can give that.
That's amazing. So, I'm very curious to know about that training program that one can take.
Yes.
Because again, you're spreading your creation. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
So, how much does a typical session cost? How many hours do they have to put in the effort?
So it is 200 hours. So for the actual to learn to be
Yeah.
a yoga bears teacher.
Yeah.
So I've actually gone on a journey. So originally I started off with a 95-hour teacher training, which was still
Okay.
accredited by the Yoga Alliance.
Yeah.
But because we have like a vast array of classes and information about the Yoga Bears methodology, I just think it's so important to have the 200 hours. So people need to be able to make that commitment
Sure.
to make the change for
Yes.
themselves, you
Yes.
know, and it can all be done online.
Yes.
So that's the beauty of it. Now I have an option where they can join us in London in February.
Okay.
Or they can do it
Yeah.
completely online, but it's live. So I teach 80% of it. Then I have a somatics and anatomy specialist who comes in and does all about anatomy and somatics. I also have somebody who deals with like special needs element, and it's just growing and growing. Because for me as well, I'm so passionate about women being in business. And this is a great business because we have so many different elements. My
Yes.
teachers now who I've trained across the UK,
Yeah.
like I have one teacher in particular, Sarah, she was a nurse. a full-time nurse, and it was a very challenging job that she was doing. Like, it really challenged her, and it come to a point with her own mental health that it wasn't the right job for her anymore. Now she's a full-time yoga bears teacher.
Oh,
She does
lovely.
breakfast clubs, after schools clubs. She works in
Amazing.
schools across the world. Like, she's made that her full-time job. And for
Yeah.
me, that is just like the dream, to
Yeah.
be able not only
Yeah.
to help children,
Yeah.
but to be able to help other women like myself,
Right.
to give them the tools for freedom.
Okay, so beautiful. And I wanted to know about how receptive are children to seven chakras. So yoga, yes.
I'm
So,
excited.
yeah,
Together.
right. I mean, do they understand the
It's like
seven
you know,
chakras?
when I said at the beginning, that when I heard chakras, it
Yeah,
was like I was relearning. With
yeah,
children,
yeah.
they know it. Like, they totally know it. You talk superpowers and magic and alignment with kids, they get it. Like, they get it. And the younger the better. Like, the
Yeah,
younger the better. Like,
sure.
to be able to
Agree. To adapt, for them to adapt and be open.
exactly.
Children are so open because they don't prejudge. There's nothing told to them, so they're very pure
Yeah.
in that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when they're younger, I guess it's easier to teach them new things.
Yeah, it is. But also, you know, there's a lot of schools that I've gone into, and when children are like 8 or 9,
Yeah.
like, sometimes they think they're like 16 and
Yeah.
they're not. And, you know, so it just takes that little bit of, they just get to know you. They get to
Yeah.
know the bears. And then
Yeah.
they're like, oh, they just drop that facade
Yeah.
and go back to it, and they believe, you know,
Right.
because they've already been socialized.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's a lot of the socialization
Yeah.
that
Sure.
prevents us from
Sure.
connecting to our true self.
Sure. So today, after seeing our podcast, if someone wants to like enroll their child for a session, so do you have live sessions here in Dubai?
Yeah, so
Nice.
that'll all be, so I'm hoping that there'll be a live schedule
Yeah.
come September. I
Nice.
will be starting the sensory classes in August. I'm just waiting for confirmation.
Sure.
So I think the best way is that once I've got all the timetable,
Yeah.
I could share it with yourself, and just reach out to me on Instagram.
Absolutely.
I'm on my personal one, or the
Yeah.
Yoga Bears.
Sure.
And we can go from there.
Sure. Can parents also enroll online? Can they also do online classes with you?
Well, actually, yes,
Yeah.
very soon. So
Yeah.
we have a brand new website in the making.
Okay.
So we're going to be doing online classes, which will be live online classes,
Right.
and pre-recorded.
Lovely.
As well. So
Okay.
it's all coming.
Yeah, amazing. And about the bears, so
Yeah.
the seven bears, which basically the seven chakras.
Yeah.
They are. Do they take home? Can they take home a bear if they like a bear?
Yeah,
They
so
can also do
we
that.
do, so we do you know, where they take the bears on an adventure, they will get pictures and they will come back and
Yeah.
they share the journey. So we'd tend with regular classes,
Yeah.
I would see the children often.
Yeah.
We would give the children that opportunity to do
Yeah.
that, but also the bears are available to buy as well. So you're more than welcome to buy a bear for yourself, but
Okay,
we also
nice.
give the opportunity for each child in a
Yeah.
group to be able to take the bear home
Okay.
and write the bear story.
Oh, write the bear story, and then they bring it back.
Then bring it back.
Bring
They
it
can do
back.
pictures and show
Oh,
the pictures with the family
beautiful.
as well.
So beautiful. So a session is not just yoga, is and teaching about the seven chakras, but it's also like bonding with the bear,
Yeah.
and therefore connecting with the bear and what that bear associates.
And by connecting with the bear
Yeah.
and the superpower, they're connecting with their own.
Yes,
And, you know, you and I
absolutely.
spoke on our first meeting as well.
Yeah.
Like, I think you were particularly attracted to Ajna that day.
Yes.
And today you've been attracted to Hassa.
Exactly.
And that is a vibration, because that's what we need more of that in that day. And the children are the
Absolutely.
same.
Absolutely. You're a mother of
Yes.
3 kids, and you have your daughter here as well.
I do, my
I'd love
gorgeous
to-
Jazz.
Yes, I'd love to hear from Jazz as well on how she's benefited. And I'd love to know firstly, hey, Jazz, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, I see that you're having the pink bear and you're wearing a pink outfit. Amazing. So, how many years have you been practicing
I've been
this?
practicing yoga since I was little.
Yeah.
Ajna has inspired me to follow my dreams, to
Right.
be the best version that I can be of myself,
Yeah.
and also to be the best dancer, singer, and actor that I can
Oh,
be.
beautiful. And like, how old were you? Your first memory of the yoga bears? Like, what was it
My
for
first
you?
memory was obviously seeing the bears
Yeah.
come together,
Yeah.
and I still do now, love just cuddling them and being
Yes.
around them.
Right. And as you said, I think having the yoga bears with you, they've helped you to dream and live your dream and go after your dream. That's amazing. And have you met other kids, like your friends as well, come and do the yoga bear
Yeah,
session? Yeah, they do.
we normally do it in schools and stuff like
Really?
that, so a lot of kids love the bears.
Yeah, that's true, right? Do you have a message for kids? Because I mean, you're a teenager yourself, and you've benefited so much from this. Do you have a message for other teens or other kids, like on why they should do yoga bear?
I would just say just follow your dreams no matter what. Don't let anyone stop you from doing what you love to do,
Yes.
and just be creative and just be yourself.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you for coming on
Thank you
our
for having me.
podcast. Great. And yeah, because also, Estelle, it's so amazing what you've created because you're also transforming lives, you're transforming kids, and it's all falling into place for people. And end of the day, they're having a balanced mind and body. And you've seen the transformation, I suppose, in your journey with kids.
Like massively. And you know, a lot of my like children now like jazz. You know, she
Yeah.
wasn't the youngest in the classes. Like I've
Yeah.
got children now who started off doing the yoga bears classes who are like 18, 20, you know, like so I'm seeing their development.
Yeah.
And you know, I still speak with a lot of them as well on social
Right.
media, which is amazing. And you know, we've got a connection. Like
Yeah.
we've got a connection because
Yeah.
you know, sometimes I think children are surprised when an adult gets to their level.
Yes.
And I think if my superpower
Yes.
is being able to meet a child at their level, like I'm because I'm naturally playful,
Right.
and you know, obviously to create the yoga
Yeah.
bears and everything, I'm very in touch with the childlike version of me,
Right.
which you know I think we all need to be. Like, don't ever forget that inner child. Like,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have one last question for you. Do you have anything for adults?
yes. Yes.
I'm
So
enrolling.
I love it. So this has been my journey because obviously what started as children's yoga,
Yeah.
like it's what I do. This
Yeah.
is me. So I do lots of
Yeah.
I do lots of chakra self-development for adults. So that comes in coaching programs, but also in classes. So I love the fusion of yoga and Pilates together. So I love putting it together, putting a chakra focus on it. And just, I believe that when you've just done a workout, when you've just done yoga, when you've just done meditation, your energy centers are super open.
Right.
So it's so important for that 10, 15 minutes after it to ground and get serious, manifest hard, write it down and make it happen because you're vibing, and sooner or later you'll be there. And that's how I feel I am now. I'm here with you and this is a dream.
I know. Thank you so much for making that dream happen for me as well. It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful concept, honestly. Like the first time I met you and hearing about the yoga bears, I fell in love with it. It's very unique, and it's such a great way to introduce a beautiful program like yoga and chakra balancing to young kids. So thank you so much, Estelle, for being on
Thank
our
you
podcast.
so much for giving me this amazing platform to speak about yoga bears. It really is a dream.
Thank you so much. And if you loved watching this, I'm sure you did love watching it. If you do want to get your kids enrolled for the Yoga Bears program, you can reach out to Estelle on her Instagram handle. We will be putting that down on our Instagram handle, and we'll also be putting it on our YouTube link. So do follow us. You can follow Talkies. You can also follow Estelle, and you can always ask us questions for classes and how to enroll your child. We're always here to help you out. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. We have more coming.